London thing. It's a London thing.
The latest album, Don't Do What We Did, was a big point for you. I mean, you decided we're not going to give it away for free, we're going to put it on iTunes. That was obviously a conscious decision, and did you put a lot more effort into it because of that? Or did you produce it and then go, this is too good to give away for free?
This one had a more definitive sound. In terms of the other three,
it was original production, innit?
So I mean, it was songs we liked. This one, we were in the studio with the producers and we were working on. If something didn't sound right, it had certain samples or influences that we could sit there with the producer and say, we like that, take that out, this, that and the other. And before it was a case of us trying to mould things that weren't really ours and making it sound like a Manor song. These were truly Manor songs.
I think we'd earned the right.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, we've been doing it, we've been working hard, we put out videos, we've done 3 projects for free. And we'd always thought with mixtapes, even though like they couldn't have gone on iTunes, we thought, should we put them on the internet and sell them and try and make a few quid or whatever. But it was more about, we wanted as many people to hear it as possible. So rather than selling 10, we'd rather give 100 away for free so people could hear it. But after we put in a bit of groundwork, got to a certain point, we thought, do you know what, like, we earned the right to try and make a little bit of money from this. And even though we've done half well out of it, you know, if you look at it relative to every penny that we've put into studio time and travel costs and all the other like variable costs and videos and that, we're still nowhere near breaking even. No. Do you know what I mean?
Let's talk a bit about that album. I think it's a tough question because I think my favourite song on the album has changed 4 or 5 times. So yours must have changed hundreds of times. What are your boys' favourite songs on that?
Dan, you just go first, mate.
Me, it's a London thing, personally. It's one of them tunes that gasses you up. You can go gym, bang out fucking 20 kg more than you should on the bench. That's what I like, to be fair. And I don't know, it's quite, because for all the other albums, we had a lot of gas party tunes, but this album's a little bit more soulful. It's obviously got Emma Bonito does a lot of the hooks. And for me, It's a London thing sort of stands out just because it's one of them ones, it's a gas tune that we usually do, but there's not many of them on there.
Yeah. I ain't felt guilt since 1990. I'm up front like Righty and Brighty. South London, heart in hybrid. I'm a lad, but I ain't too likely. I've been in a caf on Lordship Lane, skiving work on a dog shit day. Polish girl here knows my name, gives me a smile when keeps my change, but I don't get mugged up. I see things straight when wires get crossed. If I'm your ref, don't dive in the box, cause you see red, no card, no bus. Plus, trust. There ain't no love in the heart of the town. I might change that by buying this round or making love to a bird on a mound. You what?
Creps in a Rave is probably
Creps as well, Creps as well,
yeah. Creps is one that is very amped, and I remember we had an argument on our retirement show with Scott because he was like, we have to do that, and I was like,
we thought it was 2 acts.
I didn't have I'll be honest with you, I didn't have the energy. I knew where it would be in the set, and I thought to myself, that tune I'd have to go on about 4, 5, 20 mile runs before doing that sort of tune. You know what I mean?
If we did it early, someone would have locked off the show and we wouldn't have to do the rest of the performance, you know what I mean?
Big up everyone who come down to that show first and foremost. That was a madness. But
I think the place might have fallen down if you'd done that.
It got to that stage. And the worst thing, the biggest nick in Europe is about 20 minutes up the road. Yeah. How we didn't get more trouble it was about 5 of us. But
it's crazy. There were kids from like Devon,
Coventry.
There was kids from Leicester that had never been to London before. And the first time in London, we had them in a pub in Ladywell. Do you know what I mean?
Out a pub.
But on the album, for me, London thing. But I do love John's little solo track, pouring his little heart out. It really pulls on the heartstrings.
To me.
You can hear it in his voice.
It's an emotional tune, mate.
I love that song. But for me, the tune that meant the most for me was when I was making it with Jan. And I said at the time, this is a song that I've always wanted to make, was Brixton to Bow. Because it was a tune that represented my perception of London. Do you know what I mean? And it was about growing up West Indian background, this, that and the third, and then making that mixture with the life I live now, the mixture of culture. And that tune, I thought I nailed it, what I wanted to do most on the head ever since I've got some new tunes coming out which do it better, but that tune up till now is the one. And Know What I Mean. I like Know What I Mean. I love Know What I Mean.
Obviously that kind of theme is there all the way through all of your guys' verses. Like, I think the one that sticks out to me is yours, where you talk about the same bridge that kids getting robbed, tourists taking selfie shots.
That's my favourite bar.
That to me just drills right down to the heart of what you're trying to get across, which is that kind of theme.
Every aspect of London town, good and bad,
That does hit on the head though.
I think a lot of the thing about it is that nowadays I won't go into the whole thing about Skepta and everything bringing everything back to its roots. But now we're in a good place where we can talk about the bad things and we can celebrate normality, which is what we've always done. Nowadays, a lot of other people are doing that, but we've always done that. But yeah, we wanted to talk about everything. Do you know what I mean? We don't want to actually just try and sell dreams on tracks, which a lot of artists do. We wanted to actually start telling people the hard luck stories and the good ones. So
if you're sending an honest message and you're being true to yourself, then everyone should be able to relate to it.
Exactly.
Whether it's like you or not, the same way we can watch fucking Made in Chelsea or Towie or whatever. And do you know what I mean? There'll be things you'll like about it, whether or not you can relate to it. There'll be aspirational things, there'll be things you laugh about or whatever. But as long as you're being honest and you think that they're being honest, then you can find entertainment or value in it. You know what I mean?
It's funny you mention those kind of shows, because those shows and magazines and that kind of thing obviously sell an aspirational lifestyle, where you guys are doing the complete opposite. You're kind of taking that away and showing people that this is actually gritty London and this is what happens on a day-to-day basis. Like Dalai Bread, where you're talking about just playing FIFA and pre-drinks and it's like it just takes all of that glamour away and says this is actually what we're doing.
But I think people from the other side can relate to it. And I bet even though, they're Made in Chelsea, lot are living a dream, and we all sit there thinking, fuck me, I'd love to be able to take a bird to Paris at an instant on a click. There's still an element of the grass is greener with whatever it is. So
and we still have fun. That's the thing, is we're talking about these normal things. All we're talking about is basic things. There's nothing that's out of reach, but we have fun with it, and people can see that we have fun with it.
If you ain't had the money to go out on a Friday night and you spent the night in playing FIFA or whatever, there's nothing wrong with that. Because there is about 9 out of 10 other people out there doing exactly the same thing occasionally at the end of the month.
We spent most of the winter, me and 2 of our other pals.
She's not just, you can't just.
Yeah, we didn't go out for about 9 Fridays in a row. They started calling it Friday Gay Club.
Oh, London town, you're so wonderful. Full of petits and fanny. Danny, check out the Arsenal and that chick. I bet she loves it in the Gary. Give it a Barry, 2-2 Larry. Don't like us, we don't care like Millwall. Dons like AFC Wimble. Drunks and addicts, polish 100 rackets.
Being open about that stuff, you're also open about real personal stuff in terms of what's happening with your music. Like when the Glazers, for example, when you talk about the record deals that were there and turning them down, you're real open with people about that.
I hope we don't fuck, excuse my language, I hope we don't fuck us over in the future, but at the same time, I think it's important people understand, because getting into this music game, the music side of things, the life we live in, the music side of things may not be that easy. You know what I mean? It ain't that easy sometimes, and we've had touches and we've made bad decisions, and we maybe should have been further along than we should have been.
Definitely
worse off than we should have.
But
but it's one of them ones where it's part of the journey and people want to hear the journey. That's what everyone always talks about, journeys.
Yeah, once you make it, everyone's going to hate you anyway, so you've got to enjoy the journey, innit?
People buy into that honesty, don't they? They feel, I think your supporters feel closer to you because of that.
Yeah, it does. It almost feels like they could, I mean, we get on Facebook, we get people, I've had people who are like, not even taking the piss, but like badly depressed, and say it's like, you lot's music makes me feel better, gets me through the day.
That is the best thing.
No, to be fair, that is.
So when you find that you've been, do you know what it is? It's when you've been like a soundtrack to a certain particular time, period of time in someone's life. That's like what really gets me. Like when someone says, you guys got me through my exams. You guys, I'll never forget Napa 2013, because that was a holiday that we banged out the Manor in all the pre-drinks, stuff like that. Because I've got songs like that. I've got songs that I'll sit there and think, oh my god, like you say about a Laws on Dance, the original with Ibiza. We got certain tunes from certain nights out or pre-drinks or one summer or that Christmas that that define that night. Do you know what I mean? And so the fact that people put us in that place for them, like again, I think that's humbling, and it's because. At the same time, we're quite self-deprecating. Like you'll always feel more comfortable, even in like personal life. You will feel more comfortable around someone who can take the piss out of themselves.
Yeah.
Know what I mean?
You said earlier about people coming from miles away, like never been to London before. That gig, they've come. That's why, because they feel such a close connection.
Yeah, and they feel like they're gonna not just see a show, but they're gonna have a night where they're going to be getting pissed with
And
us.
they feel part of it.
Yeah, they'll go. They'd even ask us to borrow money or get a drink. Usually get us the drinks. To be fair, Danny, you need a drink. You're on your arse. Like
Get your
yeah,
mate over. Get my mate. I was getting a couple. I got a couple bods over the fence last.
Got them in.
Get them into at our expense because we were selling tickets and I still helped 2 bods get over the fence to get into our rave. But yeah,
It's that vibe.
it is that vibe. You know what I
Even
mean?
had one. You had that.
It hasn't been money centric. That's the most thing. It's not been about money. No, it ain't. Not at all.
So this album, obviously the 2 tracks, been played on Radio 1 Extra, 3rd in the iTunes chart.
Yeah.
That's obviously given you, the retirement's done, out the window.
It is.
We're back in the game.
Make that statement now. I think. So we make that statement now. You
If
want
we
to make that
ain't
statement?
back, I don't know what the fuck we're doing. We're not. We're fucked.
You were
like,
back, and we're gonna. No,
seriously.
the new stuff is the bollocks. I'll tell you that right now. And
How far through are you with that? And
we've got 5 or 6 tracks we like at the moment that we're working on. But we're gonna make a lot of tracks for this, and then we're gonna pick.
Yeah,
the
it's
best.
a very just organic process with that.
Yeah.
Like we've just released a project that we're very
still
proud
got videos
of.
to make
We've
for
still
the
got a lot.
marketing,
Got a lot coming with that promotionally, in terms of videos, in terms of marketing. We're going to use that to market ourselves as much as we possibly can. And in the meantime, just work on. Just make music for the passion of it, rather than thinking, right, we're going to make this for this purpose and that purpose. We're working towards an album. We're just going to sit back and make songs, enjoy the process of making songs, and then in the back of our minds work towards a project. Do you know what I mean?
yeah, and I guess the next step is some high-profile people tapping on the door and wanting to do some collaborations.
That's it.
Definitely.
That's 100% it. I mean,
there's a
we've
few.
had a lot of people, a lot of support from the scene. I don't want to name names until anything's concrete, but we've had a lot of support, and so there should be something big, fingers crossed, soon.
It's the same way with collabs, whether it's someone who can come in and do a bit of help for us, whether it's a record label, whatever it is. It's not as much about who it is, but it's about it being the correct situation and about it being beneficial all round. Do you know what I mean? It has to be the right situation. That's why in the past that we've had deals on the table, we've had certain management situations that we haven't taken advantage of or we haven't gone ahead with, but it's because it has to be right for us.
Yeah, because he said it ain't about the money, it ain't about anything else other than making what we're proud of, and the fact that the final product being something that I still listen to the first mixtape like it's new, and it gets better to me, and that's what I want to be able to do with the stuff I'm making now. I want to be able to go back and listen to it and think, yeah, that's the bollocks, and that's the thing. And if we're going to be restricted in that and doing that, it's not going to work. So that goes the same thing with collabs. I want to make our own, as ambitious as it sounds, I want to make our own Wonderwall. I want to make that. I want to make that tune. I want to make a Wonderwall. I want to make a part life.
Who don't? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If you're a music artist, that's what you got to be aiming towards.
If that's not what you're aiming for,
Yeah.
do you know what I mean? Then
We're all getting singing lessons and we'll try and learn guitars. We're hoping one day, innit?
That's the impression I've always got off of you guys, is that you enjoy other people enjoying what you're doing. It's not about pushing something, or it's about other people relating to and enjoying it and having a good time.
Yeah, we like throwing parties. We like bringing a good vibe. We like making jokes. We're all jokers. Do you know what I mean? Like, we do like that. We do like to bring a vibe to other people. So
People's champs.
people's
Not quite yet, no. I'll tell you that.
I'm looking forward to it. Thank you very much, fellas, for spending the time with us.
Nice one, Ben, mate.
Ben,
Top
pleasure.
boy.
Thank you very much.
Great stuff.
It's a London thing. It's a London thing.
Thanks very much for watching. If you want more from me, my channel and my videos, click here to subscribe. And if you want more from the Manor, click here.